It's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-round. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. And for New Orleans, they're excited to be back out on the floor for game number 1 of the season, and I don't think anyone has doubts that they want to send a strong message tonight. But in the meantime, let's discuss post-play. Shaq, you were a dominant.
Side and go outside. He's a little frantic at times, but he's up there. Zach Randolph, he's got great feet work, nice soft touch, big out.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Right now, the Pelicans are back. In town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, 2 teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, Russell Westbrook out there with Victor Oladipo. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Ilyasova. And it's Roberson. And at the small forward position. 16 and 24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Here's Westbrook. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And Stevenson grabs the board. Hayward goes in. Davis. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Davis has got his first points of the night.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass. And really with the Thunder and their road problems last season, both Phoenix and New Orleans had better road records than they did. And had the Thunder been tougher on the road, no doubt they would have made it in.
And here are the Pelicans now, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Baller, he's covered by Westbrook. Davis dishes to Stevenson. Baseline try. Another one falls for New Orleans.
You know, the Thunder had road trouble right out of the gate last season, guys. Only had 1 road win in their first 9 road games. They also had 4 different instances of 4 or more game road losing streaks last season.
Robertson can't hit.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Five on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And the basket by Stevenson.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Westbrook, and the layup's good off the glass.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Feeds it to Cousins. Pass the ball. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, this is really one of the nicer buildings in the NBA, right downtown, Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But, yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season. Big games here for sure.
And you talk about the big wins here for the Pelicans last year. How about they beat the Warriors late in the year, which was huge to get into the postseason, as well as the Spurs on that final day to fight their way into that 8th spot.
28 and 9-13 here last season. A 6-win improvement for them from the season before. They can be a scary team when this place is jumping.
He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
And so it's New Orleans with it, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Baller, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Davis sets a screen. Down low. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Davis has got his second basket of the game. Thunder trailing by 9. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, I had a chance to talk with head coach Billy Donovan. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thank you, Doris. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team. You have to be a threat from beyond the arc nowadays, and if your team goes cold, it really can sabotage your game.
Now, here's Cantor, looking for his first basket still in this one. Oladipo outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And it's New Orleans scoring again.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Here's Roberson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Westbrook with a wide-open look. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And here are the Pelicans now. 11-point game. Baller. I mean, just beautiful.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Well, whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. Still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
And pushing it up, here's New Orleans, and Hayward gets it to go.
Boy, the fast break has really been good to him here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 scores have come from fast break opportunities. They have made the most of their chances.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Denver.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New Orleans?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Screen by Cousins. Baller passes to Cousins. Stolen by Cantor. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. To the inside. Looking to end the run. The shot is off. Nice D from Cousins. Pelicans leading by 19 points. Passes it to Davis. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Laverne comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Payne. In for Russell Westbrook. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Last year the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
New Orleans leading by 19 points. Frazier with it. And Asha kicks to Jones. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Oladipo following the score by New Orleans.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away. You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Oladipo's got his second basket of the night.
And thinking back to the Pelicans' playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Here's Roberson after the made shot from Victor Oladipo.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Now here's Payne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Excellent D that time from Jones.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Count the bucket.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
He feeds it to Laverne. More against Oladipo. Here's Laverne. Hits the jumper in space.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now here's Frazier. He kicks it to Moore. Hill left side. Shot clock at 6. 13 feet away. And the jumper is good.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Oladipo. They set the pick. Lets it fly. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, I tell you what, that was a heck of a shot, Kevin, from Victor Oladipo.
Frazier outside. Screen by Asik. The 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's got 6. Here's Adams. It's hauled in by Frazier. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Oladipo. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The dish to Laverne. They get it back. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Screen by Jones. Here's Frazier with 1 on the clock. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really a good job to take the...
And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18? That's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yep.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far in the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on off they're getting.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low.
Pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Screen by Cousins. Clock at 6. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Kicks it to Adams. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Stevenson. Right side Westbrook. It's rebounded by Stevenson. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that, Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Davis sets a screen. Baller passes to Cousins. Baller, he's covered by Westbrook. Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. Here's the screen. Now the feed to Adams to the right side. Right side Westbrook, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Enes Kanter comes in for Adams, and it's Ilyasova in for Roberson. Baller passes to Cousins. Stevenson outside. Shoots it. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
There's the pick. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Davis. Payne kicks to Kanter. Ilyasova dishes to Payne. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Outside Westbrook. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Baller. He's covered by Westbrook. Baller passes to Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, Davis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
And Anthony Davis, growing up in the rough south side of Chicago, because of the violence, his father didn't let him venture to the playground. Instead, he built a basketball court in the backyard. This young man has come a long way.
There's the pass to Ilyasova. Here's Payne from out on the wings. Down. For New Orleans, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. And Davis stayed around the game in grade school. He'd keep the clock, sell the tickets, even someone said sell nachos.
Humble beginnings, partner, humble beginnings. Didn't even dream of NBA stardom. Said he wanted to be a high school coach. Obviously, things have changed now.
Sabonis, the pass to Kanter. Left side, Westbrook. Payne with a screen for Kanter. The shot's good from Westbrook.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Westbrook with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook's got the ball.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
The Pelicans have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. 17 points for Baller.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
They set the pick. And Ilyasova kicks to Kanter. Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Stevenson. Another miss by Westbrook. For New Orleans, they've gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Dishes it to Ilyasova. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Westbrook a screen on Hayward. Payne kicks to Westbrook. No good off the back of the rim. For New Orleans, they've gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Cousins. Westbrook against Cousins. Pass to Payne. There's a screen by Kanter. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Westbrook missing again. And so it's New Orleans with it. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Baller. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Stevenson's got his third assist on the night.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
They set the pick. Pass to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Payne. Tipped away. And here we go. Throws it up high. Hayward can hit.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
And now Stevenson running the floor all by himself.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Kanter, and the rejection by Cousins. Baller, he's covered by Westbrook. Feeds it to Hayward. Clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Pelicans 4th.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. No good, unable to end this run.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Passes it to Hayward. Davis setting the pick for Hayward. Off the pick. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Outside Westbrook to the inside. Adams' shot is off.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Here's Baller. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 27 points for Baller.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Laverne passes to Westbrook. Shot to stop the drought, and he gets it to go.
Pelicans call timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double. Double after triple-double for him.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Frazier's checked in. He feeds it to Usher. Jones kicks to Hill. Back to Jones, and he jams it with authority.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Well, Greg, for Westbrook, as you were talking about him, the triple-double stretch included 4 in a row. He had 6 triple-doubles, Clark, in 8 games. He was sensational.
Yeah, it really was, Kevin. And what's even more amazing was that he was very close to a triple-double, even on the nights he didn't get one. Man, he's a guy who showed you what it means to carry a team.
There's a screen. Robertson dishes to Westbrook. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. .34 seconds left to play in the first half. Clock at 4. Robertson.
Well, this is painful to watch. He can't get one to go down. Really having trouble finding his game here in this half.
Ashik, the pass to Jones. Outside Hill. He kicks to Moore. To the middle. Lets it go from 11. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Moore.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Westbrook drives in. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pelicans on top, delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent's field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is, Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
We've got Hayward, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Anthony Davis. That's Lance Stevenson, and it's Baller in at the 1 spot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Off the pick. Again, a Pelican score.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Oklahoma City shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Westbrook kicks to Cantor. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Oladipo against Stevenson. Cantor dishes to Westbrook. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Westbrook's got 18 points in the game.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff. And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Gordon Hayward.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Cantor kicks to Oladipo. And the shot is good. 8 points for him. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff team. The talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Outside Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing. The Pelicans have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And Cantor pulls it down.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed.
Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. Here's the floater. And that one's good. Westbrook.
I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Screen by Cousins. Hayward on the wing, inside, and Cousins throws it down.
I tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
That's good.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
New Orleans has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ballgame. Baller, he's covered by Westbrook. Baller passes to Davis. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Cousins against Cantor, down low. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And that's 31 points for Baller. Oklahoma City shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Outside Westbrook. Ilyasova, screen on Stevenson. Back to Westbrook, a 3-ball, and he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 23 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Baller. Sinks the three-pointer. Baller's got 7 points for the quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Stevenson. Here's Baller, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Ilyasova, and the rejection by Cousins. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pelicans?
Block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. The monster comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a DNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
And so it's New Orleans with it. There's the dish to Davis. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Payne kicks to Roberson. That's tipped. Here is Stevenson. 10 points for him. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Baller's got 39.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Oladipo outside. Kicks it to Robertson. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Payne with it. Now defended by Hayward. Puts one up from 19. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Payne. The feed to Adams. To the wing right side. Robertson dishes to Payne. Here's Sabonis. Makes it off the glass. The Monster's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Here's Baller. An easy 2 points on the layup. Baller's got 41.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Here's Payne, and it's blocked. To the paint, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Another steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hayward can't hit.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. To the inside, the pass to Davis. Uncovered. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. That's 23 points for Anthony Davis.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now Payne. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Hayward, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Hayward's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Knocked away, and pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Roberson the pass to Sabonis. There's the screen. Down low. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. The Monster's got his second bucket.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
.152 left in the third quarter of the game. Now here's Payne, defended by Hayward. Payne passes to Sabonis, lets it go from 14. Pelicans last season, a very solid team rebounding, too. Top to bottom, the team would rebound as a team.
And one of the metrics that I do like, they led the league in contested rebounds. I mean, that speaks to the effort that this team competed with. And winning those 50-50 rebounds means more than just collecting any old miss.
Payne gets a wide-open look, and the Thunder another three.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Pass to Sabonis. There's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Dishes it to Robertson. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Davis by himself, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That's good.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And here's Oladipo. 10 points for him. Pass to Payne. The three ball. Off the mark.
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. We'll see how much things change up here.